when you sit and think about where you're going with this program and everything you've done
Yeah.
in your career, what kind of gets you excited? What's the next step besides getting elevated funding and elevated exposure?
Yeah.
What's the next gate? Do you try and have are you able to handle this, or do you try and get some other people to start doing this as well?
I have really three pillars, right? The first one's community safety. And that's the training that we're providing law enforcement. And they need it. The communities need them to have it. The second one is employing veterans. Right? All my cadre, all my instructors are veterans. They're all guys that came from commands that I was at and have the knowledge and can teach. And the third one is mental health in our community, the military, but also in the law enforcement community, because they're about probably 10 years behind where we were. And we know we had a significant problem with mental health in our community. Where I see us going, my goal is really to bridge that gap for veterans as they come out of the community. Meaning, all right, you're getting out and you're moving back to your home state and you're not sure what you want to do. You got a pension, you're stable and you're secure, but you also, you need a mission, because guys like us, we need a mission. This is my mental health. This is why I am okay. This is why I can get up in the morning and go do what I do, is because I know that I'm service driven and I have a passion for this. This is my new mission. And guys need that. So my ultimate goal, if we can scale to that point and raise money, is as guys get out and they have that year or two where they're not sure, or maybe it's what they want to do, they go back, they become my program manager. I pay them. They are me in their state. And then we can just start setting up, these task forces, right? Yeah. Across the country, and share all this knowledge, help our communities, provide employment for veterans that are looking for it or need it. And we bridge the gap. So my way of dealing with mental health is, if there's an officer involved in a shooting, whether they take a life or the shooter, or they are wounded, I would pair them up with a service member that's had similar injuries or been in a similar incident. And it's not clinical. It's peer counseling. Hey, this is how I dealt with it. And it started off from my injuries, and a Boston cop had something very similar happen to him. And we just started going back and forth. And then, well, hey, that was great. Well, this happened to this person in Texas. Can we link them up with somebody? And just to have, that continuity of someone who's been there, done that, and is now thriving is huge.
No, that's awesome.
And it doesn't cost a penny. It's just guys just do this on their own time. It's easy.
It's a super great point. Yeah. That I think that one of the biggest things I see for our guys that get out, because you go so hard at such a high pace, that most of them continue to train their body, but they let their mind stop. And if you don't keep it active and keep it ripping, and this would be a great thing for them.
Absolutely. Man, I have guys hitting me up all the time, and they're getting out. Hey, what can I do? And I pay scale. I pay for-profit prices,
right,
in a nonprofit, because I want the best guys coming in working. And yeah, we truth be told, I'm kind of building a troop, right? I'm right. Surrounding myself with the guys that I spent 2 decades working with, that I loved and mean more to me than almost anything outside of my family. And I want that to continue, because I know the work ethic I'm going to get. I know the knowledge I'm going to get, right? And it's unparalleled.
So at what point in time, because you and I, so we both live local here.
Yep.
And me and this guy trying to be in the same town at the same time. Do you know how much it's about 300 text messages for us to do one dinner, right? Matter of fact, we were supposed to have dinner tonight, and your family came in. But no. So at what point in time too, because you got to look at this in scale, you got to look at putting some more U's at the executive level.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to grow my board out right now as well. The board I've had got me to where I'm at. And I'll never lose that. They're there. They are a backbone of this organization, and I love them for that and for what they've done. But to get to this level, we need that type of person on our board. So that's where we're at right now, and that'll help us grow. My ultimate plan is, when I feel like this organization has scaled, is maintaining, if not gaining momentum, I'm going to remove myself from the job I'm doing now and go to the board, so I can just work on strategy and hire out my position. And then I'm bringing in the next me to run it. We're already bringing in people to look at the West Coast to kind of do what I'm doing out on the West Coast. And then we want to regionalize it. The big picture is at some point, if we can get the government on board. So if anybody in the government's watching this, is we want facilities, right? Some of my biggest costs are travel, because everywhere we go, I'm flying instructors, putting them up in the hotels, rental cars. It costs me a lot of money. And looking at New England, there's not a lot of regional facilities that are usable for what we're doing right now, if any. And, you know, there's some outdoor ranges that are good for the shooting part. We would like to have regional facilities that we can do everything we need to do at, and it's no cost to the departments. And it'll just be a constant cycle. It'll be run by our guys. They'll you know, staffed as well if they want to do stuff on the side to help raise money to fund it, whether, you know, concealed carry classes, whatever that may be. There's a lot of options. And we want to start putting those around the country in strategic locations, specifically for patrol officer level training to respond to active shooters.
Awesome.
That's it.
So one of the things we're going to do at Born Primitive is Sully and I have already talked. We're going to run another course for VBPD, Virginia Beach. But one of the things we started back in April is we're doing a monthly campaign that is going to go to a specified nonprofit charity, and it's specifically targeting military and law enforcement. So in October, it'll be the Community First Project. And whenever you buy anything from Born Primitive on the website, there will be a donate button there as well. And we're going to promote that highly in October. So just giving you a heads up.
Yep.
So every single sale made, and you guys know we do a lot of volume, you'll have the opportunity. And what's cool about that is, you know, we're a national brand, and Sully is training nationally. So that takes it out of just the local area, which we fund directly with him. So it's just another way to contribute. And again, what I'm appealing to, because I am now in the business community, is that for other businesses to take a look at this and actively get involved with your local city and actually help them out. And the best thing you can do, guys, is, and again, it's a nonprofit, so, you know, you guys know in the business world what that can help you out with, is you could actually fund a course in your city that benefits directly for your department. What a better give back than that right there.
100%.
Right?
100%. And you know what? If you're a police officer listening to this and you're like, damn, I need that training, call me. You know, again, we will, it might not be right away depending on what state you're in, but we will find the way to get to yes. Right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to take this across the country. 700,000+ officers in this country, and every one of them needs more training at every level. And, you know, and I will say, I've never come across a department or an officer that didn't want more training, that didn't want to be better at their job. And they just, a lot of times they don't have access to it. So we're trying to fix that.